But yeah, we're here to talk about our event last November when we covered the 2019 Latin Grammys after party. What was it called? El After?
El after in Vegas too. That was sick.
At the Aria, that was a nice ass hotel.
What was the best part though when you guys were okay? First of all, was that you guys' first event, right? Like Cynthia and Alec went to the Llamas.
Yeah, Ale had gone to Llamas.
Ale had gone to the previous one. It was the Llamas.
The Latin American Music Awards after party. So how was your expectation going in versus like actually working an event like that, like red carpet?
She hasn't even introduced herself.
Oh yeah.
Who is she at?
And I help AR Studios with whatever we need. Picture, record.
Set up. Come on.
Emotional support.
Yes, of course.
Correct.
I think that's one of our biggest jobs. Like, hey, relax. We got this.
Yes. I feel like,
right?
Yes. I feel like, Angel's really good, about holding his emotions and like just staying chill. I feel like nothing phases him. Like I look at him and he's just like, I'm cool. I got this. And Gato's like, oh my God. And I feel like that's why things always happen to us. Things always happen to us because of God.
Bro, that's so accurate.
Well, this is why Angel and Antonio work so well together, because Antonio's all like, "Warren, we gotta do this. We gotta get the shot." And Angel's are like, "Yeah, we'll get it.
We'll get there."
Yeah, we just gotta stop thinking about it. Come on, just do it.
You just kind of have to let it flow. And
I have like 10 heart attacks. It works.
10 meltdowns.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when you have expectations, it's just you're always gonna
fail or not.
Yes.
What?
Well, not fail, but
not fail. But like I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah, we should expect good things, but sometimes you're doing a good job, but you're just thinking like, oh man, am I messing up?
Yeah, I feel like you just have to put in effort. You have to give it, the best. Don't do things half-assed. And, sometimes things are going to be out of your control and you just got to give it your best and let it flow.
Right.
So how was your experience, Ale, before your first event and then after your first event? Like, what do you expect?
My expectation before the first event, to be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was going to be very crazy, like all over the place, like, so many paparazzis and whatever. And then for the Llamas, at least, I feel like everything was kind of well controlled, pretty smooth. You guys were inside the nightclub, which was a completely different experience and vibe to I went through outside. I feel like outside it went pretty smooth, the talent getting, their pictures taken and me being
that's a little term we learned, the talent.
The talent, yeah. I got to learn,
El talento.
Yes. And I feel like it was very interesting. To be honest with you, I just kind of went in there with an open mind. I didn't know what to expect. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had no clue. Like,
it was your first event?
Yeah, an event like that. And like, I had no clue. Like, Ale was just kind of like, don't worry, like, it'll be fine. Like, I followed a lot of her leads since she had done one before. But it was very interesting. It's really cool just seeing how everything works.
Were you guys starstruck at any moment?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
several times
in front of me, I lost my breath. I was like, I didn't know what to say or what to do.
Well, let's talk about what you guys had to do. Like, so mine and Angel's job was to cover the photos and the videos at the actual party, because they'll give us like a schedule of the day, right?
Yeah.
With the set times. Since like 3 who arrives, and the party starts at 10. People start coming at this time. First performance at this time. First surprise at this time. Second performance at this time. Second surprise at this time. So
yeah,
basically from 10 until like 1:30, there's things going on, and
you guys are taking care of that stuff while Ale and I were doing like the step and repeat. That's what it's called, right? Step and repeat.
Step and repeat, right?
Yeah. Donde pasa el talento.
pasa un talento.
Yeah, so the red carpet. You guys were in charge of the red carpet.
Yeah. I saw Eden from Calibre 50. I'm like, oh my God, that's him. That's him.
I don't know.
And then I saw like a couple influencers, like Celeste Rose. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I got the video. I didn't even know who she was, and then Alex.
Red hair. I know. I was like, hey, baby.
On the video.
That's
You know, I feel like I would love to get a little bit more familiar with current Hispanic like talents, because I feel like I know a lot of like the older people. Like I remember Jacqueline Bracamontes. Oh my God, Eugenio del Sanz.
Yeah,
like that was one person that I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like I feel like I know a lot of those little older generation, and I want to get more familiar with the new ones.
Yeah, we got too old, you know.
Yeah.
All that music from Miami and over there, all the reggaetoneros and
exactly.
I looked them up on Instagram because I got their names down, and I was like, oh shoot, oh my God, he has like 2 million followers. Oh my God.
Dude, that happened to me too. I was like some like other like news outlets, they're all like, oh, we gotta take photos of this person. We didn't even know who they are. I'm like, all right.
Like, who was it? Jay Cortez?
Yeah.
When Marco was like, dude, you don't know who he is. He has a song with Bad Bunny. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know who he was either.
Yeah.
Jay Cortez was when the camera went out. Remember that?
Oh, hell yeah.
That was at the Llamas when they had asked us, they wanted a specific picture of Jay Cortez holding up a Tecate, because Tecate was sponsoring the event. And it was Ale, Worm, and myself. And everything was working fine. We're taking pictures the whole night. So they were like, it's coming up. He's going to pick up the Tecate. We need that picture. Literally 2 minutes before, the camera jammed. The memory card jammed. I mean, I don't know if one could show a clip. When the memory card, when you take it out before it finishes loading,
yeah,
and you can't use it, and you got to format it. And at the time, I wasn't sure if you can press OK without deleting all the pictures, because I had taken all the pictures for the night. But then I had to get that picture. So I remember running all the way to Ale
to get the other battery.
To get the other camera, because it wasn't working. I took the camera from her, and I left her the non-working camera. And then who do you see?
So I'm trying to fix a non-working camera without deleting the pictures, because I don't know what to do either. Like it had like an error on the screen, and I was like trying to fix it. And I know I was like sitting on the floor struggling with the lens, and you know, and I look up, and then I see Adriel Favela like leaning on I see him leaning on the fence. Like, I don't know if they couldn't find his name on the guest list or something, but they had him there waiting, and they were looking, and they were there for a little bit. And so I was like, okay, I have time. And then he walks in. He walks past the red carpet, and I didn't have a camera.
And I'm over there trying to get the damn picture they wanted. Luckily, I got back on time, and then you can show the picture. That's actually the one he went on to use later on his Instagram.
Oh, he did?
It was crazy. By the time that I got back to Ale, the dude had already left.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't realize, but on the way to the Llamas, Gato was talking about Lalo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lalo the Giant. Yeah. He's
Lalo the Giant?
Director, right?
Yes. And so we had been talking about him on the way over there. And then he walked in with Adriel Favela and all his little crowd of people. He had a bunch of people with him, maybe like 5 to 10 people.
It was Adriel Favela, was that Nathaniel Cano, that did those corridos and stuff.
Yeah.
I was more starstruck by seeing Lalo, because I had barely started following him like 6 months ago. Like, Cynthia's the one that showed me one of his videos.
And I had shown him to him, and then he calls me on their way back, and he's like, babe, guess who I saw no more? You saw Lalo, didn't you? You saw Lalo.
The Giant. He had just got
I
back.
couldn't go and you see
He
Lano.
had just got back from Sinaloa.
I was like,
And I
great.
told him, I follow you, dog. I can't believe. I told him after we took their pictures, because it was when Adriel came back later and he was with them. And we were taking their pictures, right? And everyone was Adriel, and I was like, that's motherfucking Lalo the Giant. Like, I cannot believe it.
It was
That's
so
awesome. And I told him, I was like, bro, I just want to tell you, I can't believe I'm meeting you. Like, I followed him. He's like, what? For real? He was super cool. He shook my hand, and then he asked for my Instagram, and he added me.
That's sick.
It was funny because Gato was taking a picture of him, and he's like, dude, that's Lalo. And I'm like, well, just ask him to take a picture. He heard us, and he was like, what? And I'm like, we were talking about you on the way over here. He was talking about you.
And I took a picture of you guys with him, huh?
Yeah.
Little groupie over here. Another groupie.
What was crazy too, but let's jump back to the other event. How we're AR Studios. We were the only camera crew at the Las Vegas Latin Grammy after party. The only ones. How crazy is that?
That was really cool.
That was, yeah. I mean, that was pretty crazy.
At one point, they gave me one of the walkie-talkies, and
tell them how it was set up and how they would communicate.
Yeah, like they talk to me and be like, "Oh, Luis Fonsi's coming. Luis Fonsi's coming." I'll be like, "Ale, Luis Fonsi's coming. Get ready." And then I would hear like what was going upstairs before they came down the escalators. That was really cool. And then Juan Luis Guerra didn't go through the step and repeat. He came out through the back of us.
That gentleman is huge.
Yeah.
He is tall.
So like to see Juan Luis Guerra, that's like a legend, in our community, in our genre, in our culture. That
he was like,
and he was like very,
life.
yeah, like he was very like, just really humble,
chill.
like tranquilo.
When Juanes came in, he was one of the first ones to come in.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was super nice.
His wife is beautiful, like it's crazy.
He would say hi to everyone who talked to him.
Yeah.
He was super nice. I like that. Yeah, because he didn't win like the person of the year or something like a big award like that.
At the Grammys, he won the person of the year for 2019. So it was a big deal that he was there. He was hosting it. And it was a few minutes after that so they put him in a room, right? And después llegó Juan Luis Guerra.
Oh, and then Mon Laferte was there?
Mon Laferte was already there.
Oh, she was there.
And then Luis Fonsi, we'll go back to how Luis Fonsi was, but Luis Fonsi got there. And, okay. Oh, well. All these celebrities were in the one room. So I was like, damn, I'm in there trying to take pictures without trying to bug them, but I needed to get the pictures, right? So I'm like, I didn't want to be too awkward, so I went to get Cynthia, because if you get a girl to be in there taking pictures, they're not gonna
say no.
They're not gonna say no to you. They're not gonna be mean to you. They're not.
Yeah, they are nicer too.
They're all like worm nose too. We use it to our advantage sometimes. Like, hey, go ask your camera, because they'll smile at girls. Guys want to take pictures of girl photographers, and it's true,
What's the coolest thing though? Like being able to just take photos, take videos, and to have the opportunity to be at these places where like these artists that are making music and headlines, like we're in the same rooms taking photos, and just because we take pictures and stuff, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like at that moment he called me. He's like, hey, come here, I need you to do this, take pictures. And I'm like, okay. So he was about to like hand over the camera, and I'm looking around and like,
it was all that. It was
everyone.
It was like that picture.
They were just like hanging out, like cool, socializing. It was really, really cool. And then he's
the main boss came. The main guy who.
And then he's all like, no, never mind. Just go back.
The main boss came. He's like, hey, come here. I need you to take all these pictures. But he was gonna go in there and tell them. So I was like, okay, no. Cynthia, you gotta go. I gotta do it.
So how are you gonna tell me take these pictures and then leave?
Because before I was just there kind of taking pictures, and they were kind of like unsure. Yeah. But when the main dude from from where he's from came and told
Universal?
them from Universal came, and he's like, I need you to take pictures. Yeah, él les dijo, oh, it's for them. So they wanted to do it. It was okay.
Yeah. No, I remember that because it was really crowded, because especially since he just won, and then Luis Fonsi too was there, so it just everybody was trying to get in that circle just to talk to someone.
And it was crazy when they hugged, when they were talking. There, I was like I couldn't, I had to stop thinking I was there and just work, because if I got caught up in the moment, I'd be too busy like watching and not taking pictures or good enough pictures, or like I had to go back later at night and look over pictures again and see what really happened, because it was crazy.
It was such a fun event, like the whole thing, because first it's in Vegas. Like we were in Vegas just trying to. First of all, we got lost for like 30 minutes trying to find something to drink.
We got our
Fat Tuesdays.
Fat Tuesdays.
You can't go to Vegas and not get a fat Tuesday.
And then got the one to find where Tupac got shot. He's like, hey, we need to go to that spot.
We were on the road. We were on the street.
That happened? I don't remember that.
Yeah, remember I kept saying?
He's like, oh, Tupac got shot right here. We got to go to that street. We got to go to the intersection. And we're like, we don't got enough time. And then we're trying to look for the Fat Tuesdays.
I remember we ate pizza right before too.
Random way downstairs that way or something.
Yeah, I think we should have gone through the casino, but we left through like the upstairs.
The back somewhere, yeah.
We were adventuring.
That was cool.
Yeah, then we went to get pizza, and then didn't you guys like tell the waiter to hurry up?
No, I pulled the, hey, we're taking pictures for the Latin Grammys.
Was my back?
After party, can you like hurry up the pizza? He's all like, oh yeah, girl, don't worry, I got you.
Oh, you were being that girl, huh?
Yeah, like, sorry, I had to pull a little card and.
Yeah, you got the pizza quick in and out.
Yeah. Like, anything you girls need. And, Angel was over there doing his live on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Oh, I was live on YouTube. It's on private.
So how were your expectations for this event? It's not your first, not your second. Going into it, how were you feeling about it, and what was the turnout?
That one, I was excited because I knew it was probably the biggest one compared to the last two, because it's like the Grammys, it's the after party. So I had high expectations, like it's gonna be badass, especially since it's in Vegas. And once we got there, and I noticed that there wasn't any more photographers, any other videographers. Like we were the only ones. Like we were the only ones capturing the whole event. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. Like I don't know. I thought that was a pretty cool moment just to be the only ones there.
Even the other ones had like Suelta la Sopa, Gorda la Flaca.
Exactly.
Stations and
and even like the one in Hollywood, the llamas. Remember, there was like a bunch of photographers from like the East Coast, and like some guy that was doing shit for Jack Daniels. Do you remember the guy that was doing video for Jack Daniels?
Oh, they had a badass.
Yeah, they had their own camera people, right?
Yeah.
Little slow-mos with the.
Yeah. So this event, like there was none of that, which was I thought that was awesome.
There's some professional videographers. I mean, professional.
And like a few months back, we're just doing shit in the city of Coachella, just some shit for the mayor or Nick.
Can't say that.
It's amazing to see how March of 2019 doing the food trucks.
Oh yeah.
Took us to like this. I feel like it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And you never know. I mean, we also got to thank Danny, because he's the one that hooked us up.
How did Danny find us? How did Danny find us, Warren?
So
how did we find Danny?
So we were shooting CB Food Truck week number 2. So first weekend, I think Marco was playing. The what?
When they gave them the plaque.
Yeah, so first weekend was like the opening weekend, and we went to I did like a little vlog, and then Gato was like using his drone and stuff, and then we made a video, and then that got a ton of views. So we're like, hey, let's go do the second weekend. So we went the second weekend, and then I think it was the national anthem and like the cutting of the ribbon, all that stuff was happening, and Gato went to use the drone. So I was taking video. I think I had both cameras. I was taking pictures with one hand. I had the video in the other hand, and then Gato was flying the drone. And then Danny saw us, and when he brought down the drone,
talk to us. I remember he wanted to talk to us, and we're like, "Bro, we're gonna crash the drone. Like, give us a second." We were freaking. And then Worms all like, he didn't know who it was, but I knew who it was. I was like, "It's Danny Hastings, bro.
You guys have to say who it is, otherwise.
Keep recording." And then we ended up bajamos el drone in one of those little barrels. Remember they had the barrel things by the bar?
Oh, yeah.
That's how we landed the drone on there, and he started talking to you, no? You interviewed him?
Yeah. Oh, well, I told him, hey, let me get a little interview for the vlog. And then he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm doing the Latino Film Festival. It's going to be this, and that. And I still didn't know who he was until he walked away, because this was like, it's Danny Hastings. Look up his website. So I was like, all right, let me look at this website. And then I was like, damn, like this is just a legend.
I had met him once before. Like I had an encounter with him at a dinner. And I had met him as Danny Hastings a few months ago. But then we saw him again. That was the second time I had met him. And I told him, oh, I had met you before. Ya desde esa vez nos empezó a decir, oh, we need you guys on the team. We need you guys on the team. But I thought that was crazy how he just sent us without. It's like, oh, hey, go to Vegas.
We had
next week or whenever the hell that was.
That was like 2 weeks later, huh?
Yeah, it was literally 2 weeks after that.
Yeah, it was. I know it was right after Coachella weekend 1, and that was like in March, right? The CV food truck stuff.
Yes.
No. The first thing we did was we went to that meeting about the film festival. He invited us to some meeting. He got like our contact information, and we went to like an office in Palm Desert. Remember?
Right. We were meeting up for the film fest.
Yeah. So he's like, "You guys want to be part of the film festival? Like, watch some of the movies. You guys get to grade them, and then move on to the next round." And then we were going to a couple of those meetings, and then out of nowhere, he hit us up to go to Vegas. So it was like, we kind of just showed up.
Honest, right, for the city of Coachella, the receiving of the key.
That one?
The conference for when they gave him the key.
Yeah.
On that one, that was thanks to the mayor. That one, the mayor hooked it up.
Shout out to Nick, though. Nick at the Coachella bar, because that was how we got into the food trucks, because he was the one who hired me to take pictures for like them, and he's like, just take pictures of everything while you're here, might as well. It's a great event for the community. And that's also the weekend that we met the mayor, and we started doing, from there we went to do more events for them.
I know.
Mariachi Fest, what else?
The Tacos Tequila Festival.
It was like one thing after another. Like the 3 weekends of March, the 2 weekends of March were like food trucks, and then Mariachi Festival, and then like
Coachella and all that
and
stuff.
Coachella weekend 1, and then Coachella weekend 2. It was just such a hectic
That was like
The
month.
crazy fun time.
Yeah, those months were amazing.
Right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was intense. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And then what happened after the Llamas? Then it was Suavecito Sunday in May. I remember I was like, there was something else. Then Ocho Ojos performed.
Right, with Ocho Ojos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got those shots of Ocho Ojos. Those were sick. I want to record them again.
And yeah, it was just and then they had just played Coachella too. Remember they performed in April. They performed at Coachella, so it was a crazy like first 5 months.
So remember last year at Chela when we saw Mon Laferte?
Yeah.
We went to go see her, right? Her Mon Laferte and Los Tucanes.
Yes.
Amazing, because I love Mon Laferte. And then she was at el after at the Latin Grammys.
She was one of the performers there.
Right. So then like that night had ended.
Right? no idea she was gonna perform.
No,
Right.
she
So
was
the
not on
next
the schedule.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even on the freaking paper.
So it pretty much like all the step and repeat, the talent had, came and that was it. So they were like, oh, you can go inside, hang out, whatever. So we went and Ali and I were pretty much like dead tired. So we just found a spot to sit.
Where we got pictures from.
And we were sitting there,
just throw it
up. Hanging out. And all of a sudden, Mon Laferte starts performing, and we're like, what the heck is going on? Like, she's just performing right in front of us. Like, that was amazing. That was amazing.
And I guess she did like a controversial thing at the Latin Grammys. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures.
Yeah, where
Or
she came out
she-
with,
Topless.
Topless with like a political message about Chile or something like that.
Right.
So everybody was like hyping her up because of that too. So it was like double, and then she started playing.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even get to see her perform that time because I went up to the hotel room with Alex to work on the video.
Yeah.
They wanted the video done within by 4 a.m. I think it was.
That's another thing we got to talk about. They wanted at least the majority of the pictures and the little 2-minute video by 2 a.m. of that night.
Yeah,
and
so
walking in the red carpet.
And the last thing when at 1:30.
Yeah, so it was like a crazy deadline because usually a video like that takes a long time to edit, like 5-10 hours, sometimes.
And I had to come to work next day, so we didn't have time to stay and enjoy. We never have time to enjoy the room.
Hey, the views were amazing from the hotel room, though.
Yeah, it was right by the airport, no?
Kind of.
The what?
No,
Was that last time?
that was the last time. That's when we went. The first time. Remember the first time we went? Where you were scared of heights?
Oh, I was scared of heights.
Where did you guys stay at that first time?
Was it the MGM Grand? Or was it the...
Yeah, because you had said that that's where you went with Marco.
No, it wasn't at the Pyramid one?
Store for Marco.
No,
was it the Luxor?
One, right?
it was the Luxor?
Was it the Luxor?
The Pyramid is the Luxor.
I don't know. I remember we had to pay. Remember? Oh, everything's paid. It's ass.
Oh, I know. Dude, and I was so broke. I had no money that day. Like, I had to pay for everything, bro. I had just spent I went to Coachella weekend, so I literally spent all my money back to back.
And I didn't have my card. I had my card. I was like, well, you got your card? Nope. You got your card? Nope. I'm going to have a credit card, though. Oh, that was crazy. Good times, though.
That was so much fun. We will definitely try not to look as cute next time because we went there all dressed up and we were dying. Our shoes were killing us.
Oh, my little boots? No.
That was a huge mistake.
Hey, pero antes no te sencilla.
Yes, exactly. We were dead.
You gotta wear comfortable shoes. That's the key.
Yeah. Next time.
I came to the conclusion that celebrities are a lot smaller than what they seem on TV.
Right?
Smaller?
Yeah, it was like everyone's
all compacted.
I don't know. It's like all the lights, all the cameras, and then whoop, they're like that tall. Like, oh shit! Or even the girls. I mean, they look good or whatever, and whoop, they're like that tall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why, like, I think Kanye is like 5'6", bro, and like Kim's like 5'1" or 5'2". They're like small ass people.
Oh,
Juanes wasn't that tall. Luis Fonsi was short as hell. Luis Fonsi stood next to Juan Luis Guerra. I needed to turn my camera vertical.
You know, Cynthia, at one point, Luis Fonsi was looking for the exit. He couldn't find the exit. He was trying to get out of where he was.
Uh-huh.
He seemed like overwhelmed, like,
yeah.
where do I go? And
He
then
looked at you.
and then he just went that way.
He looked at you like, help, I need somebody.
But the freaking feeling after we were done and everything went right was like amazing.
Yeah, because it's just a euphoric event because
we're like high on life.
exactly. You're high on just the experience? Well, because it's like any other event. So when you're working an event, you're like sweating and trying to get this shot and that, whatever. And then when you're done, you're like, okay, finished. But this time's like 10 times bigger because celebrity here, a live performance here.
And it was funny because at the events before, at the step and repeats, I don't know if you remember, Worm, they had somebody writing down the names and stuff.
Yeah.
Before they would come on, that's how the photographers know, like, this person is whatever. And you would think at the Latin Grammys they would have that. And no, they didn't. So Ale and Cynthia were the ones kind of like guiding them and telling them how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't know what the hell to do. And they didn't have extra people to do it. And they were over here teaching them how to do it.
We started helping other people.
Yeah, like, they were over here guiding, like, nah, I need to
that was a big problem. Because I remember people weren't even going through the step and repeat because people thought the entrance was like straight ahead instead of going to the right.
Right.
Yeah, at one point Cynthia had to like be in charge of guiding people to come to us because they had the little, what do you call them? The little straps.
Yeah, like
the dividers or
the little dividers. Like our entrance to take pictures was cut off.
Yeah.
And so I feel like a lot of the talent, didn't know where to go, who we were, what we were doing there. And it wasn't until they came right behind us to check in. They're like, oh, you guys are taking pictures? Like, oh, yeah, come on over.
Right.
And then Cynthia was like over there trying to let them in and then get their names and making sure we had everything. I feel like for a second she was like organizing the whole bottom floor because help us. Yeah.
You should tell them a little story about that group.
Oh.
Which one?
Forever.
There was a group of gentlemen that had the same.
Wait. So, like Ale was saying, the dividers weren't letting people in through the in front of the red carpet. So we had some gentlemen in back of us and Ale.
They were waiting